So if there's not going to be any delays and we are still set for Grand Theft Auto 6 releasing in fall of 2025, that means that it's going to be here in about 10 or 11 months. So that means also that this next winter, we will be spending in Grand Theft Auto 6, which will be like our first winter in the game. And I would like to go over some fun winter activities that we might be getting in Grand Theft Auto 6. To make us feel more immersed in the video game itself, there may be some of these activities that will be coming into the game. So let's start this off by getting right into this list of things that I came up with. So the very first winter activity that's going to be going on the list is going to be snowmobiling. Now, as you guys have experienced any winters in Grand Theft Auto 5, it snows every year, but we don't really have any official snow vehicles like an actual snowmobile itself, which would be awesome tearing down the beach and or the streets of Los Santos. But maybe, just maybe, this is going to be something that's going to be introduced later on into Grand Theft Auto 6, and it may be something that we're going to be experiencing this next winter is actual a snowmobile vehicle brought into Grand Theft Auto 6, which in my thoughts would be absolutely amazing because it's something that I personally have always wanted in Grand Theft Auto 5, but at this point, it doesn't seem like we're ever going to get it, but there's always that possibility in Grand Theft Auto 6 for snowmobiles. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So the next winter activity that I wanted to talk about is going to be skiing. Now, we don't officially know if we're actually going to be getting any type of mountains whatsoever, but we do know that Florida in general, like, doesn't have any mountains. This has been confirmed by people that actually live in Florida, subscribers of mine, and they said, like, hey, Grave, there's no freaking mountains in, like, Florida. So if they do put a mountain in there, I don't know what's going to be going on with that. But potentially, we may get skiing. So just imagine hitting the slopes with your bros, drinking beer, sliding down the hill, and it'd be an amazing time, just like that one time in that one movie, Hot Tub Time Machine or something like that, right? When they're going crazy down the mountainside. Other than that, I think skiing potentially would be a cool thing. Now, the next thing that's going to be right beside skiing, of course, is going to be snowboarding. So we're not just, we don't like have to just have skis. We could go snowboarding too, because me personally, in real life, I've never been skiing, but I've been snowboarding a whole bunch of times, and it is freaking amazing. Well, it's really cold, especially if you crash and you go upside down, you get the snow inside your coat and things like that. But other than that, it's really fun, and I think it would be an awesome winter activity. Both of those things right there. Winter activities would involve skiing down some giant mountain, which is why we always wanted this in Grand Theft Auto 5 potentially, because there's Mount Chiliad. You gave us Mount Chiliad, but you didn't give us any skis and or snowboards or sleds, just like maybe a sled, I could slide down a little bunny hill or something like that. No, not even a tow rope. So, but anyways, let's move on to the next thing. All right, now listen, this is going on the list because this is actually a winter activity, and in like a lot of places, it's actually pretty popular, and it's ice skating, okay? Like, whether you want to go ice skating or not, maybe it will be a thing in GTA 5 where, like, maybe there'll be a lake that'll get frozen over or something like that, and maybe we'll be able to go ice skating or something like that. Maybe have, like, something like some Uzi 9mm, and we'll be able to shoot while we go skating, like, down the street on ice. I have no idea. But that would be kind of cool, I guess, just for the leisure activity of having that extra winter activity being able to do. Like, I don't know, you guys have to let me know what your thoughts are on any of this stuff that I'm talking about. But yeah, ice skating, all right, cool, whatever. Let's move on to the next thing. So this is something that we already get to do, like, right now during the recording time of this video, because there's snow in Los Santos, is have gigantic snowball fights, which is something that we've already been taking part in. A few of my live streams where, like, after we do these trading to modded cars, we go out into the streets of Los Santos where it's snowing everywhere, and we try to have these gigantic snowball fights. People get killed, people have fun. But yeah, it's something that not a lot of people necessarily do. Like, you go into a public session, not a lot of snowball fights. So hopefully that's a continuing thing. That's if it ends up even snowing in Florida, right? Well, look, it snows in Los Santos. Why wouldn't they bring snow into Florida for winter, right? To make Christmas extra special? Question mark? I don't know. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So this is a really cool idea. Check this out. What about dog sleds in Grand Theft Auto 6, where if it's snowing, we could actually have like a pack of dogs and like a sled, and like they tow us around and we get to go places and things like that potentially, because we know we're getting animals. We already have animals on new gen Grand Theft Auto 5. We already have dogs. The only thing we're missing is like the whole Santa Claus thing going on there where we tie like 6 of them up, or 8 of them, or however many that you tie up. And then, have you guys ever played the newest God of War? Like, dude, Kratos is riding around on a sled with dogs. It was like a dog sled. I don't know. I thought it was a really cool idea, so I threw it in there because it is and would be a winter activity, wouldn't it? All right, moving on to the next thing. All right, so check this out. This is another really cool idea, I think, because this is something that we kind of get to do in Red Dead Redemption 2, which is going fishing. Now, in Grand Theft Auto 6, are we going to be able to go fishing? We don't really know yet. Nothing's been confirmed that tells us that we actually get to go fishing, but we might get to go fishing. And think about going ice fishing. So have you guys ever seen that movie, like Grumpy Old Men or something like that, and we're like, they're ice fishing? Yeah, it'd be something like that. You could just chill out. You could go ahead and relax, but potentially not in a public session, because not before too long, we know what happens if you guys have ever tried to just go into a public session in Red Dead Redemption 2 and try to go fishing, and then all of a sudden there's like 6 people and they're all in a posse, and then they keep murdering you and telling you that you're not any good to go fishing and other bad things like that. But anyways, that's one of my personal experiences over there in Red Dead Redemption 2. So it boils down to this: ice fishing, a winter activity in Grand Theft Auto 6, maybe, who knows? Let us know down in the comment sections below. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, now check out this idea. So you guys know in Grand Theft Auto 5, we have like snowmen, and we have to destroy them, and if we destroy all the snowmen, there's like 25 locations. We get like an actual snowman outfit in Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, check this out. What about like in Grand Theft Auto 6, if we could make our own snowman like ourselves? Like, I don't know, just start rolling up a ball of snow and then get like another one and be able to pick it up and put it on that and make another one, and then maybe go to the snowman store to get a carrot and 2 lumps of coal, and then a magical hat, and then he comes alive and he becomes our best friend, and then we get to roll around in Grand Theft Auto 6, the snowman and the best friend. But anyways, like, just think about maybe something like that. I don't know, does it even sound cool? Does it sound like something that we might be able to do? I don't know, it sounds a little bit far-fetched, but still, like, hey, rolling up some snowmen or something like that while you're having a snowball fight would be actually pretty cool to be able to get more immersed somehow and be able to actually interact with the snow, besides just making like snowball fights, which we were talking about earlier. So once again, let's move on to the next thing. So imagine this: the streets of Vice City become so packed up with snow, you have to be actually hired, and they have jobs out there to where you could drive a snow plow vehicle plowing the streets of Vice City, so other players can actually drive down the streets, and you getting calls of like, hey bro, this street is like packed up, you gotta come over here and you gotta go blow the snow or something. Okay, that just sounds really funny coming out of my mouth though. You gotta go blow the snow, bro. Okay, I won't say that anymore. But I'm just saying, like, think about that. Like, a snow plowing, like, business in Grand Theft Auto 6, to where we actually get to, like, move snow somehow with, like, some sort of snow plow in the game. I don't know. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, so imagine this, right? Since there's gonna be, like, potentially, let's just imagine that there's gonna be a huge frozen lake or multiple frozen lakes or something like that. There's gonna be some sort of water that's gonna be frozen, right? And it's gonna be a huge area. And imagine being able to go ahead and start up a race where this race is involved us being on the ice, and as we're racing in big like groups of people, because I can imagine there's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of different things, and there's just going to be a lot of people in Grand Theft Auto 6 in general, and we're starting these races on a frozen lake where the ice actually ends up cracking, breaking, to where it would almost make it impossible for other players to cross that section unless they're getting submerged in ice or something like that. And I don't know, something like that, to where maybe we're doing races and ice has the actual ability of like cracking maybe, and it maybe not fully breaking, but at least like, you know, like glaciers and things like that maybe break open or something like that. We have to use like one glacier to jump to the other, maybe some cool stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but like they could definitely get way more immersive with like some sort of ice racing in the game, which I think would be pretty cool. All right, but anyways, let's move on to a better one. So one really cool thing that I know that like would be a bit impossible, but it's a video game, right? So anything's kind of possible in a video game, is it not? Which would be a winter kind of thing. You go to certain locations on the map and you look up at the sky at nighttime, and you can actually see the aurora borealis in the far distance. Now, I know Alaska is really far away, and all that northern region is super far away from Florida, but I still think just because it is Grand Theft Auto 6, and that right there is a really cool spectacle. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the aurora borealis before, but it's absolutely amazing and it's pretty crazy the way that the whole scientific thing works around it. So maybe if you don't know, like, go do a little bit of research on that. But anyways, you get to see these crazy lights, right? Which would be pretty cool, I think, maybe. I don't know. Let us know down in the comment sections below. Let's get on to another one. So check out this idea. This is a really cool one. How about a snowstorm survival challenge where we go into a snowstorm actually survival? It's be like a blizzard setting where we have to find shelter. We got to get warm or something like that because we don't know what exactly we're gonna have to take care of with ourselves here in Grand Theft Auto 6, because I'm sure it's gonna be a lot more immersive. I'm not really sure if heat or cold is gonna be involved. We don't know anything. We don't know if we're gonna get thirsty. We don't know if we're gonna get hungry. But if they made a challenge like that, that'd be really cool, to where we're battling the elements, and not only that, but maybe like packs of wolves and enemies that are coming in at us at all angles and things like that, while we're still fighting for shelter, and the other activities like basically that type of survival right there, like some sort of winter survival, but we're not only just battling, you know, enemies, we're also battling the elements of a giant blizzard and trying to survive as long as we can with all these different waves of you know, critters and bad guys coming in, because we're the good guys, right? I always look at it at me being a good guy. I'm a good green alien. So let me know about that one down in the comments sections. Let's move on to another one. So some of the other ideas would include things like maybe some sort of avalanche survival where we have to survive some sort of mountain avalanche. That's if there's going to be any type of actual mountain implemented into the game, which we don't know yet necessarily, but hey, who knows? And then also, how about this? Holiday decoration contest where we actually like own a house and we get to physically decorate it ourselves with a bunch of stuff, and there's some sort of contest that goes on. I have no idea that Rockstar would do potentially, like, pimp out your house with a bunch of lights. Bro, I would spend the most amount of money, and like my whole house would be a light bulb basically at that point, right? And some other things too, like ice car drifting, other things too, like snow-covered wildlife hunting, to where we're actually going after winter animals, which brings us on to something like you know, ice sculpting as well. How about polar bear encounters, where we'd actually encounter gigantic polar bears that would want to rip our face off and we wouldn't be able to do anything about it, like Red Dead Redemption 2, those big ass bears over there. And then other things too, maybe like making an igloo or something like that, or winter base building. Imagine that. Something like you know, some other things in here like I was reading. But other than that, you guys, these are a lot of ideas that we've come across here, and I wrote a bunch of this stuff down, and just looking up some information too. We don't know how immersive Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be, but let us know down in the comment sections below if I named anything at all that sounds the coolest that you would like to see in GTA 6. There's like probably 5 good things in there I think that I named. All the rest of them are kind of like, meh, I probably doubt it, or I don't know too much about that, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment sections below. And if I missed some sort of winter activity that I didn't name, because I thought of a whole bunch here. And yeah, if I missed something, let us know. But from there, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and go check out more videos on my channel. My name is GRAVESIGHT, the Green Alien, and I will see you in the next one. So, peace!